This is lesson 4-7, baseball multiplication, the parent help video for grade 3 everyday math. There are no new vocabulary words in this unit, and in fact in this unit kids are going to practice multiplication facts. They're going to use what they know about multiplication with the turnaround rule, knowing that any number, and also knowing that any number multiplied by 1 is that number, the multiplicative identity, and also knowing that any number multiplied by 0 is 0, the 0 property of multiplication, in order to get multiplication facts. So the kids are actually going to be playing a baseball multiplication game today. And the game looks like this. And the point of the game is to score more runs in a three inning game. So they're going to work with multiplication facts 1 through 6. And there's 2 teams of 1 or more players on each team. They use this, they use dice, and they use counters. And you can use anything as a counter. Okay, and you could even play this at home if you wanted to. You know, you could either get a copy of this, probably right on the Everyday Math website, or you could just sketch it out and use those materials I just listed. But this is what the kids are going to be doing today. As for the rules, the student page in the student reference book says the directions are this. The rules are similar to the rules for baseball, but this game lasts only 3 innings, and in each inning, each team bats until it makes 3 outs. Teams flip a coin to decide who bats first, or they can just do paper, rock, scissors, or some other way of deciding. Also, the team with more runs when the game is over wins. So that's just like baseball. For pitching and batting, members of the team not at bat take turns pitching. They roll the 2 dice and get 2 factors. So they're going to roll the dice, and let's say they roll a 6 and a 4. Okay, so these are 2 factors, 6 and a 4. Remember, we said a factor are the numbers that are multiplied. So 6 times 4 is what they're going to be multiplying. Players on the batting team take turns multiplying the 2 factors and saying the product. So it would be 6 times 4 equals 24. Alright, the pitching team checks the product. Alright, and you can use a calculator or you can use the multiplication division facts table that you've got. And if you got the answer wrong, it's a strike, and you have to throw another pitch, and then 3 strikes make an out. So it's just like real baseball in that way. So then you can keep track of the scores using these scoreboards here. And here's a scoring chart for the 2 6-sided dice. Okay, there's actually an advanced version too where you work with other facts, but if you, let's say, hits and runs, so it tells us about that. If the answer's correct, the batter checks the scoring chart on the game mat right here. And if the chart shows a hit, the batter moves a counter to a base as shown in the scoring chart. Alright, so let's say it was a 6 times 4, that's 24, that's a double. Okay, that would mean you would take your counter, whatever your counter might be, let's just say it's this. Okay, and you start here, and you get a double, you would end up right here on second base with your man, your counter. Okay, so that's kind of how that works, and of course you want to try to get around the bases as many times as you can in those 3 innings. Let's see, runners already on the base are moved ahead, just like baseball, and a run is scored every time the batter crosses the home plate, right? So you'd have other counters coming up behind it as different people were taking turns, different teams were taking turns. All right, so that's basically what the kids are working on today. That's the game that they're playing. You can play this game at home with them. Just keep working on multiplication facts, even if you're not going to play the multiplication baseball game. And just hopefully have a little bit of fun with multiplication.